Good morning, BHS. I'm Kevin Slack.
And I'm Peter Carlisle. We have had quite a week in news. Stocks in Europe are dropping on escalating slowdown fears. European shares are open slightly lower, tracking equity market losses in the United States and Asia. The general feeling is that the markets are slowing down, despite the surge we experienced a couple days ago.
Yes.
And in big news, the debate last night, the undisputed winner of last night's debate was Joe the Plumber. Joe Wurtzbacher, now dubbed Joe the Plumber, heard his name involved in pretty much the entire debate over 24 times during Wednesday's presidential debate. First by Senator John McCain, and then Obama eventually caught on that was the hot topic indeed. Throughout the debate, McCain really turned up the heat on Obama, coming out of the gate strong, but Barack Obama gained strength as the night progressed in the final presidential debate. Joe was brought up many times by McCain in several attacks on Obama, but Obama kept his cool and managed to just kind of state the facts. Some quips by McCain are, "I admire so much Senator Obama's eloquence," McCain sneered. "Senator Obama, who has never traveled south of a border." This from the man whose running mate got her first passport last year. And Obama replied to a later jab, "I don't mind being attacked for the next 3 weeks. What the American people can't afford is 4 more years of failed economic politics."
As you can tell, it was quite a show down in Hofstra University, but now for a more in-depth analysis, we turn to our senior political analyst live from our Washington bureau, Michael Chaucer-Torello. Michael, how are you today?
Thanks, Kevin. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, and now I believe you were down at the debate last night. Is that correct?
That's correct. I was in the farthest back row.
And how do you feel? How do you feel? Who do you feel won the debate first of all?
Well, frankly, I wasn't too impressed with either candidate. The constant bickering back and forth on the same issues just got incredibly annoying. I wouldn't call anyone a winner in this debate.
And what would you say? They're often, usually from every election cycle, we can take away one moment from each debate that really will be the soundbite for the rest of the campaign. What do you think? Do you think there was anything that will really echo with voters over the next weeks of the campaign?
Geez, that's a tough question. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of bickering. There wasn't all that much substance to the debate. I had to leave about 2/3 into it. I just got so sick of the argument.
Wow.
But in terms of sort of most impressive, I don't know. I'd say McCain really stepped it up this debate. Last time he was really out of his element. You know, had to walk around. As we all know, he's not incredibly flexible. It made him look old. You know, but with this debate, you know, he was sitting down. He was a little more relaxed. I think that definitely helped his presence in the debates. Helped him focus on his arguments.
So, Michael, McCain had a quote halfway through whenever Obama accused him of being another President Bush, where McCain replied, "I am not President Bush. If you wanted to run against him, you should have run 4 years ago." What do you think this would have had he come out with this in the beginning of his campaign and kept that a strong message throughout?
Well, I think it's interesting how, if you remember the beginning of his campaign, he was really aligning himself with the Bush administration as strongly as he could. And the further we've gotten in the campaign, he's distanced himself further and further from the Bush administration. I think as a response to Obama calling him out for voting along with the Bush policies, I think he's starting to realize that Bush isn't too popular right now. And even though he may agree with his policies, it's really not smart to align himself with such an unpopular political figure.
Now, Michael, I know a lot of people, the pundits, have been talking about McCain's reactions to some of Obama's answers, that he looked grumpy or really angry. Do you think that will have a major effect on voters when they go to the polls?
Physical appearance is definitely a major issue, unfortunately, in the campaigns. It has been for quite a few years. Actually, I'd say since we started televising campaigns, since President Kennedy and Nixon debated. excuse me, physical appearance has always been a big deal. You'll notice that when they run ads of let's say Obama, walking through, walking with a farmer, through his fields discussing policies, he'll be wearing blue jeans and a blue button-down shirt with sleeves rolled up. Whereas if he's in at a rally or in a the Senate hall, he's got a suit on. This kind of crowd pandering that's just not excusable, really, in my mind. But unfortunately, it does play a big role in the campaigns.
And do you think overall, this debate, John McCain really had to step it up in this debate? Do you think this debate was at all a game changer for for McCain? Do you think he really made a difference to voters? Do you think he maybe changed the tide of how things were going for him?
Yeah, I mean, I do think that McCain did well in this debate. Well, I should say better than he has, and I think that does make a difference. It should make a difference in his campaign. Unfortunately, I think Obama wasn't on top of his game, although he did have some good comebacks when McCain was attacking him. He kind of refused to play into that, that sort of attacking back and forth. I believe the statistics I heard this morning was that it was just nearly 100% of McCain's advertisements have been negative ads against Obama, whereas about 34% of Obama's have been negative, and the rest positive, sort of self-reflective advertisements. I do want to mention before we end this interview that coming this week we should have a panel of political analysts here in Washington for the show. So I just wanted to plug that before this interview is over.
Oh, it should be worth looking forward to. Michael Chaucer-Torello, our senior political analyst from Washington, D.C. That concludes our show for today. As always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you can write to the email address at the bottom of your screen, bhstoday@gmail.com. We are now pleased to announce that on our website we are selling a date with our token female correspondent, Alyssa Sidorak. If you are interested in a date with her, the bidding is being opened at 3 chickens. So be sure to log on.
Or write to her at advice.bhstoday@gmail.com for all your relationship problems.
Yes.
Or what have you.
But that's our show for the day. We hope you all have a nice day, everybody.
The morning is here, and the day